Rugby, a sport played by over 2 million people according to the IRB, a sport spread across 120 counties and a sport that is being implemented into the 2016 Rio Olympics. However, it is a sport that is being put into question. So Matt, what are we dealing with this ban potentially?
Well, Chris, earlier this month, rugby was put into the spotlight, and unfortunately 70 doctors and academics joined together to write a letter to MPs asking for a ban to stop rugby tackles.
Okay, so, but why do we need to stop tackling? Well, not we, but why do these people want to stop tackling in rugby in the youth?
Well, last year alone, 2/3 of rugby injuries were related to tackling. This consisted of shoulder dislocations, spinal and head injuries, and tears of the ligament. These range from short-term injuries to even lifelong injuries. And today I went to John Hampden to see how other people viewed this ban. Today I'm at John Hampden Grammar School, here to investigate whether this rugby tackle ban should be put in place or not. I'll be speaking to head rugby coach Mr. Neil, and we talk to a fellow student, Daniel. So I'm here with Dan. So Dan, what do you think about rugby?
I don't really like rugby that much because I don't really like getting hurt, and that's something I associate with playing rugby.
And do you think rugby should be a compulsory sport at school?
Personally, I don't think it should be a compulsory sport. I don't think any sport should be compulsory, because if you want to play it and you know the risks associated with playing it, then it's your decision.
So would you say you're for the ban then?
Yeah, I'm definitely for the ban because of the amount of people that got hurt playing rugby. I think it's just a bit of a waste, so I'm for the ban.
So if the ban was put in place, would you play non-contact rugby?
Yeah, I probably would play non-contact rugby because, again, like I said, I don't really like getting hurt, and you don't really get as hurt much in non-contact rugby, and obviously it's an active sport and keeps you fit, so I probably would play non-contact rugby.
So you're saying you don't like get hurt then? Have you been hurt before playing rugby?
Yeah, I injured my wrist playing rugby in a scrum once, and it was really painful, and I kind of stuck with me. So I don't really like getting hurt in rugby anymore.
So when you play now, so in your PE lessons, do you worry about getting injured again?
Sometimes I do, but obviously they have the safety precautions. But I still worry a little bit. It's still in the back of my mind about getting hurt. So yeah, I say I do.
Okay, thank you very much, Dan. So firstly, how do you feel about the potential ban?
I think it's something that shouldn't happen, mainly because I think the positives outweigh the negatives in terms of what teenagers, children can get out of rugby and contact rugby specifically.
Okay. If the ban was put into place, how would the school change their teaching of the sport?
Well, we'd have to completely restructure our schemes of work in terms of how we'd approach that, the skills, the focus on what we teach. You'd have to move towards a more passing game, evasion kind of game, rather than more abrasive contact-based game. So we'd be looking at different types of passing practices, how we can beat defenders 1-on-1, 2v1 in more depth, rather than the defensive aspect of it, because that would be taken away.
So there you go. There were some very good points shown throughout today. It was clear it's a dangerous sport, but any questions that were mentioning this kind of danger were just answered with the kinds of ways that they can make the solution to it being less dangerous. However, fellow student Dan showed how tackling injuries can cause doubt or fear in a sportswoman's mind, and with sport being pretty much 80% mental, there is logical and clear reasons supporting why the ban should be put in place.